Hello, you're in the frame with me, Julie, and welcome to 2,000 subscribers. Oh my god, where did you all come from? I'm so confused. That's really exciting. I'm guessing that you found me through the video about visa-free countries for Kenyans. Maybe not, but if so, I'm so glad you're here. If you're not one of those people and you have stumbled on this channel and are not subscribed, hit subscribe and get notifications because YouTube's not always going to tell you when I post a new video. I know that it's been a while, but I'm back on the road now of doing this weekly-ish. Yes. So a few weeks ago, I turned 25 years of age on this planet. I haven't decided how I feel yet. I think it's probably good that I was quite busy for like the week after, actually the 2 weeks after that. So right now here I am reflecting on a quarter of a century of being alive. So it's like, it didn't hit me as hard as maybe I had thought it might, but I think that it's only natural, especially in this day and age of the millennials, for us to be thinking like, okay, 25 years old, this person's doing this and that person's doing that, and damn, I really thought I would be like here with my career. I definitely thought I'd be richer. I'm not where I thought I was going to be, but I think, well, for one, that's natural. I don't think that it's like a bad thing to think that way, but the average human has like collected memories and lived a bunch of life, probably made a bunch of money as well, and there's still things that we can be proud of and reflect on, and there are things that we have gained anyway. So that being said, here are 25 things I have learned from traveling throughout these 25 years. I wasn't traveling the whole time, as you can probably guess, but anyway, let's get into it. So, Nice, France taught me that there is no such thing as a wasted day traveling, and some days it's actually just necessary to relax and do nothing. And also that you're never gonna see everything in one trip or in one place, you know? Port Elizabeth, South Africa is where I went to university for 5 years, so I learned a whole lot, and that's where I began my adult life effectively. But most of all, I learned that any place is what you make it, and your experience of somewhere depends a lot on who you surround yourself with and how much you want to find the fun. Cape Town is another place where I lived for a while, so I learned many things. But most of all, how much friendship and some kind of community can make living, especially an unconventional life, so much easier and more enjoyable. In Kilifi, in the north coast of Kenya, I learned, it was reinforced that nature is magic and we might never stop learning new things about the ocean. In Venice, Italy, I learned that being excited to see or even hear other Africans when you're off the continent is such a real thing, like for real. In Masai Mara, I learned that ostriches' knees bend like backwards. They like walk like this, not our knees forward like that, like humans, and I have just been creeped out ever since. There was some freaky shit, man. I think that London is the first place that I really learned to appreciate walking around the city as a way to get around and also as a way of experiencing and seeing stuff that you might not have noticed otherwise, you know? In Monte Carlo, I learned, or rather I saw, that money in a bank doesn't and will never equate good style. I knew that, but it just was like really in your face walking around for an afternoon in Monaco. Yikes. Barcelona taught me how important and fun it can be when you're traveling to stay flexible in your thinking and also to accept and embrace the kindness of strangers. It also taught me to never ever assume in this 21st century that just because a man pops up, interrupts your day to chat and invite you out to dinner, that means he's gonna pay. Don't ever assume that shit in your life. Jose. Okay. Traveling by road between Kenya and Tanzania is always like such a funny, visceral reminder of how mad this concept of borders is, especially between present-day African countries, you know what I mean? So it's like, at least at the Namanga border, what happens is you get out of your car or your bus or whatever, and you go to one side, and that's Kenyan customs, so you like leave the country, and you literally cross a dirt road, and now you're at Tanzanian customs, and you'll like stamp your passport, and then you continue on the same road, like see the same people. It's all weird to me. I don't know, maybe it makes sense to other people, but like, you know, Mombasa taught me really early in life to believe in the mystical and also to value history and its preservation. The Maloti Mountains in northern Lesotho, it's a place where I saw snow for the first time, but it only actually snowed from the sky after a snow dance was performed. and then it really fucking snowed afterwards. Again with the mystical, I'm just saying. You don't know what you don't know, you know? Johannesburg taught me and continues to teach me how important it is to see black wealth, especially in Africa. Not something I've learned in one specific place, but one of the biggest travel lessons from meeting other people while they've been traveling or who have traveled a lot. And the thing about that is the amount of countries and territories that somebody has been to and the distance that they have traveled from their home really doesn't equate them not being ignorant. There are so many people who have been to 100 countries and know nothing about them. They were there just to say they were there. They were there just to say, oh, this is so backward and this is so strange and they do this and I don't really understand that. And or talk to any people from there, and it's really just, it doesn't mean that somebody's not ignorant because they've been to 10 countries. Somebody else who may have not left their own country, especially in this day and age, might know more or at least be more open to learning about different people and places without having ever been there. That's why I really feel like this is an unpopular opinion, but like, counting countries doesn't mean shit. It doesn't. I'm sorry, don't at me. Visiting Kampala, Uganda as a teen is the first instance I can really remember of learning about African royalty and different royal households and dynasties and everything, and just how interesting all their histories are. On the shores of Lake Naivasha, I learned that on the whole, wild animals are more afraid of humans than we are of them, which they definitely should be, like with good reason, seriously. Stone Town, Zanzibar taught me that it's perfectly okay and actually normal to like not really vibe with a place that's very famous or very popular, you know what I mean? But also that if you're able to, there's no reason why you can't go again and vibe with it better the second or third or fourth time that you're in a specific place. In Durban, I learned that vibing with a place or enjoying a certain place because the locals are so cool is totally a thing. I didn't really believe that before, and then I went to Durban and now I believe it. In Rome, I learned a lot of things again, but I think most of all that if you move through it with like people who know it and love it the most, you'll never really run out of like interesting, unique little secrets to enjoy, you know what I'm saying? Even in a place run down with tourists like Rome in July. In San Francisco, I think what I learned is the most eccentric and out there and loud in your face people are probably the people we need to be least afraid of in life. Even if they seem like a little bit unstable, right? For me anyway. Maybe it's not for everyone. In Kisumu, I learned that there are so many beautiful and remarkable places that probably will not get the attention they deserve as a place to marvel at, but maybe that's also not a bad thing. Arusha, Tanzania taught me that it doesn't really matter like what the reputation is of a place or of its people. The only thing that's true is your experience when you go there. And all you can do is go and see for yourself. In Exeter, like a tiny-ish city in the south of England, I learned to embrace being stared at and just smile. And also to give compliments freely and accept them freely. And also just like, why are the English so awkward about race? Why are you guys so awkward? Like what is that about? It's so weird. Anyway, that was a few years ago. Maybe it's different now. Every time that I come back home to Kenya from somewhere else, I relearn how good we really have it in so many ways. And that's always my favorite lesson. And there you go, 25 lessons that I have learned from 25 years of traveling intermittently. I hope you enjoyed that. You tell me, what have you learned from traveling, even if it's within your own city, within your own country, within your own house? I don't know. Let me know if you've turned 25 recently, if you've had a birthday recently. Happy birthday to other October babies. Happy birthday to other Scorpios. Happy birthday if you have a birthday in the next year. And I will talk to you in the comments. Be cool. Bye.